Hi everybody! Welcome to my kitchen. So this is where I'm going to be filming a full body workout for you guys that you can follow along to in real time. This is pretty much based on a class that I've been teaching on Zoom, and I hope to be uploading these videos every week that you can follow along if you're not able to take those Zoom classes. A lot of you expressed interest in doing the class a third time per week, and so I thought that I would upload the class on YouTube and then you guys can do it on your own time and a time that works for you and a place that works for you. So maybe you're in your kitchen, maybe you're in your bedroom, whatever. And you'll still get a great workout in. So enjoy the class, and if you have any questions at all, then just DM me on Instagram or drop me a comment below. Okay, bye guys. Just kidding, I'm back again. All right, we're gonna go into our lunge series. So making sure that knee is right over that ankle of your supporting side, and your body is nice and lifted, shoulders are back, and try to tap that knee down to the ground. So that's the challenge here, going as low as you can, keeping your pelvis nice and stable. Here we go, down and up. Keeping those hips kind of like headlights, so facing one direction. When you bend and straighten the legs, this does not change. Going into our pulses, 3, 4, 5, 6, good, and up. We're gonna go all the way up again. I'm adding some swan arms here. You don't have to do this, of course, but if you're a dancer, it can be kind of fun. Keep tracking that knee. Now going into our bend and snaps is what I call these in my class. We're trying to do 12 here. You're leaning forward, hinging at your hips, and squeezing your glutes to lift you, as well, of course, as your core. Holding that knee steady and trying not to bounce the legs too much. It's just an upper body motion here. Good. And now we're going to rotate externally with that foot and come back to parallel. Rotating and controlling, subtle bounce in the knees here, just getting that strength in our quads. All the way up and you're done. Other side, guys. I've changed the camera angle, hoping you can see my full body this time. All the way up, all the way down. Going into your pulses now. Try to keep that working knee as close to the ground as you can, all the way up and down with swan arms now. Straightening both legs, bending both legs, and keeping your pelvis square to one side. Good. Almost there, guys. Keep breathing. I can tell I'm tired. We're gonna go into those bend and snaps. You can actually do a snap if you're into it, or you can always put your hands towards your hips. We're doing 12 here. All the way forward, touching the floor, coming back to those hips. Reach and come up. This is really challenging not to move that front knee. Now externally rotating and coming back in. A little bounce here. You're almost there. The finish line, we can see it. Woohoo! Now just shake out your legs and we'll go into our squat sequence. Look at that. So close to the kitchen. I can grab my cans of beans very easily, or if you have 1 to 2 pound weights, that's great too. We're gonna start rolling our shoulder blades back down our back, keeping our ribs pulled in, and squatting down as low as we can control our neutral spine. Knees are gonna track right over the toes. Arms are gonna come up just above the shoulder line. Keep going with me here. If you ever need to go a little bit slower than what I'm showing, go at your own pace. It's definitely not a race here. It's about trying to perfect your form and give yourself a good workout. Adding a little rise here, so lifting up onto the balls of the feet, still tracking the ankles correctly right over those toes, and then sitting back into our squat. So alternating a rise with a squat. I wouldn't be much of a ballet dancer if I didn't incorporate these into every workout too. They're good for our calves. Good, now we're gonna sit down into our squat pulses. You can hug the weights in towards your chest. Make sure your spine is long. We're gonna laterally rotate. Keep pulsing with me. And we're gonna come back in. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Good. I'm smiling here because I know you're feeling this too. We're switching for 2 and 2. All right, extending the legs out to second. We're gonna do our plies with a little crisscross today. Crossing our arms, one shoulder has to be slightly higher than the other. And we're kind of giving someone a hug. Imagining we are, of course we're not allowed to do that right now. And sitting low in our plie as we do so. Shoulders are still pulled down your back, ribs are still in, and we're flowing here. Good, hug the weights close to your chest and plie. Pelvis is staying nice and neutral, upright, and it's not arching our lower back or tipping underneath us while tucking. So we're nice and neutral. Now straighten those legs, going into your egg beaters for our arms, working our chest here. Good. Keep going. Legs are straight, giving those legs a little bit of a break. And keep breathing. Very good. Now pulling those inner thighs, connecting your inner thighs, dragging the heel towards your other heel. Kind of a jumping jack motion. This is a lot easier if you're not on a sticky mat for this part. Switching sides. Good. Lifting up. Not just from your supporting side, but really thinking of dragging that working leg in. Finishing off with those egg beaters. This can always be done with your palms facing the ceiling, changing up that arm position to work slightly different muscles, and sitting down into your squats. We're gonna go pulsing out laterally, swivel on the heel, and good. Keep going. 2 in, 2 out. Two in, 2 out. You're almost there. Keep breathing, keep sitting as low as you can in that squat. Don't give up. And done, guys. Finishing it off here. How we began this set. Reaching our arms forward and our bum low and back. Woo! We're toast. Or I know I am. Shake it out. Good work. We're gonna come down to the mat and do our arm sequence. Following along, we've got our external rotation. Elbows are fused to your hips, so keeping those elbows right at your sides. Neck is nice and relaxed, that's why I'm shaking it. Now we're gonna push out and slightly in front of us, and then bring our elbows back in. Try to leave the neck relaxed, the jaw relaxed. Now we're gonna go into our external rotation again. Good. Lifting up and off of your legs, we're gonna reach the cans forward. So if you're using soup cans, props to you. I need to get myself some 1 or 2 pound weights. Reaching the arms forward and back. Triceps. Hinge the body slightly forward to get a little bit of extra leverage so that you have somewhere to go. Going back, now pulses, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, as far away from your bum as you can with long straight arms. Very good, keep going. And you are done. Going to those shoulder presses. I like to do these pretty quick, singles. Good, back into doubles. Trying to give you guys a good visual here of what we're looking for. As the arms reach up, the shoulders are still out of the ears. We don't need to hunch the shoulders up to lift our arms. Good. Again, you can move slower. I just like to move quicker. It engages that core. Now, tiny little circles here within your shoulder joints. Good. Circling now out to the side. Feeling your back. And slowly lowering the arms with those circles. Good. And all the way up and back. Palms are reaching up. Elbows draw you back. Good. As I said before, if you want to do more of these, be my guest. Start the video again. Repeat a sequence that you loved and you wanted more out of. Good. Flip those palms up. We're going to do some more triceps. Working on that back, trying to get as far away from our bum as we can with those long straight arms. This one feels a little bit weird. Good, now out to the side. If you're not worried about smashing your cans of beans or soup cans together, you can always hit them together and then open them apart. Try not to wag the body side to side. Let's go up on our knees here and we're gonna row it back. So a mid-height row. Elbows lead you back, stable in the core. Adding some singles. Following along as you can. And doubles. And very nice. Still squeezing the core. If this hurts your knees, you can always be on your bum. You don't need to be on your knees, or you can have a pillow on your knees as well. This one looks like you're starting a boat. Now flies out to the side and up the middle. So the struggle for this one is to use those back muscles when the arms go out to the side and use your shoulders down your back and strong core to lift both arms up. I'm smiling because it's challenging. We'll finish off here with some bicep curls, relaxing our neck. Good, guys. Going a little bit straighter with those arms in front. Always leaving the elbows where they are and then drawing your palms in towards you. We're slowly getting higher and higher with these bicep curls. And we'll finish up with some pulses. These are so challenging, but so fun. Pulsing your arms up. And I sound like a broken record, but keep those shoulders out of your ears. Good. Bicep curls straight ahead of you. And lower. And we're almost there. The lowest. Good, guys. Finishing this set strong. Coming into our 4-point position. We're gonna have our knees sit bone distance apart and none of that. So pushing your palms into the mat. We're gonna arch our spine into a cat position and then tuck our imaginary tail underneath us. And then arch. I guess they call this a cow position. And then tuck in our cat. So mobilizing your spinal column here. Working your way through the kinks of your spine, and hopefully it feels okay today. Always initiating with the tuck of the tail or the arch of the tail first, before any mid-back motion. Very good, guys. Now set yourself in a neutral position. You're going to brush the leg back and bring it in. I'm just going to reiterate here. The knees are sit bone distance apart, so we're not hip bone distance apart, so they're a little bit closer just for easier stability. Brushing the leg back, hips are square to your mat, and we're going to lift the opposite arm up, tap the mat. 2, relax the neck. 4, and 6, 7, hold it. Tap and lift the leg, so we're challenging that stability even more. You can do it. So don't arch the spine to lift the leg. Lift it with your big, powerful glutes and your big, powerful hamstrings, some of the most powerful muscles in our human body. Now, leave the leg up and mobilize the arm. Really quick motions here, trying to throw yourself off balance, but having to squeeze the core. Now pulse the leg. Good. Up and up and up. Hips are still square to your mat. Good. And opposite arm pulses. Good. Try not to lock into the joint of the elbow that's down. Curling in and pushing away. 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Very good. Keep reaching. Very nice. And take it down to a shell stretch. Other side, guys. I'm giving you a different angle, but we're still stacking our wrists underneath our shoulders and our knees just narrower than our hips. Brushing the leg back and trying to stay as parallel as you can with a leg that brushes back. That's quite a challenge for me. Opposite arm reaches up and down. Good. And up, down. Squeeze your core. And lengthen. Keep that leg reaching. It's not dead. Now it's going to tap and lift. Other arm is still up. Challenging that stability a hell of a lot. Good. Now tap the arm quickly. Follow it along and lower the arm. Pulse the leg. Try to keep that leg as straight as you can. Hips square to your mat. Neck relaxed. Good. We're finishing off now with our arm pulses. So really quick, just pulses, not touching the mat. Very good. And then we're gonna curl in and push away. So you're trying to scoop your belly and bring your nose to your knee. Almost there, guys. Now we're going to come onto our backs and we're going to do some abdominal work. Starting out how I like to with our legs in tabletop, shins are parallel to the ceiling. We're going to tap one leg down and lift it back up to tabletop, alternating each time, single leg toe taps. We are imprinting our spine on the mat here, so making sure that there's no space underneath our low back, squeezing our ribs, pushing them down towards our hips to create this shape of our back. Good. If you want this to be easier, tap a little closer to your pelvis. If you want it to be harder, tap a little farther away. Always controlling that lower body. And now we're going to open our knees as wide as we can and close. Open and close. So external rotation of the hips, and then squeezing your inner thighs when the legs meet. Keep going. Open and close. You're going to be so happy. We're going to go into our scissors. These are not easy, so stick with me here. You want your top leg reaching up towards the sky. You're going to bring the bottom leg up, leg down, body down. Curling up. Very good. Keep going. Coming up as high as you can on your shoulder blades in the back. And don't tense that neck. If If you feel the work is in the neck, then just take a second and then come back and meet us. Keep those legs as straight as you can. If there's hamstring that's bugging you and there's limited mobility, then you can bend that top leg, of course. Reaching up. Good, we're gonna extend the arms and lower and lift that one leg. And this takes a lot of focus on your core. So if you can't reach your leg all the way down while squeezing your tummy, then don't. Just lower it as much as you can, hold your tummy in. Almost there, guys, really good. Try not to move that top leg, just one leg is moving, and lower your body down. Aren't you so happy we have a whole other side to do? So the other side is gonna reach up towards the ceiling. We're gonna lift the leg first, body second, leg is gonna lower long, body lowers. Keep with this motion. Same as on the other side, we're trying to keep our hips square and not rock to one side. Just one leg is moving. And we're coming up as high as we can. And we're staying that way when we drop the leg. So right here, don't release your body down until you want to. Leg lowers and then the body. Reaching through those arms now. Leg lowers, body stays up as the leg lifts as well. Keep reaching through your arms. Feel like someone's almost there, helping you stay up in your flexion. And smiling always helps. Woo, that was a tough one. Coming out of it. Woo, we're gonna lower and tap both feet and then extend our legs up, squeezing our tummy, little pelvic curl lift. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. Again, if you want it to be easier, then don't tap all the way to the floor. Be nice to your hip flexors. Good, guys. This is the home stretch. And you are done this. All right, coming up to our elbows now. We are back of our sit bones and we're squeezing our core. We're gonna go twist over our knees to the left and then twist over to the right. Keeping your shoulders facing in front of you while your hips are moving. And because I want the hips glued and the knees glued, make sure one hip lifts off because you're twisting so far, and then your obliques bring it back down. If you have a hard time balancing this one, you can look the opposite direction. Great, guys. Coming down to our stomachs, we're gonna do some stomach series, which is meaning that we're working our back and our glutes while we are on our stomach. Always make sure you can slide your fingers underneath your tummy. You want a nice tight tummy so that we don't overly arch our lower back. We want to feel this in our upper back. We're going to arch up to the top of our rib cage on an inhale, and exhale, lower down. These are called breaststroke preps in Pilates, and they're really good for upper back and mid back mobilization. Your legs are glued to the ground. We're going to lift and lower. I call this skydivers. Keep going. Ribs are soft and lower down. Arms are going to go long by your sides. Roll the shoulders forward. We're going to correct that. Keep your tummy engaged. Really important here. Roll the shoulder blades down your back, away from your ears, lengthen off of your mat. And again, reach your pinkies down towards your feet. And reaching up. Only the upper and mid back are working here. Your low back should be relatively still and pain-free. Pain-free is a must. We're going to go into our tricep pulses. So long, straight arms as far as you can from your bum. And we're going to go forward underneath the forehead and back. I call these snow angels. And forward, back, forward, back. Ribs are soft. And you're as high as you can. Good. And come into a well-deserved shell stretch. You can go into the side stretch it here, pass through the middle, and then the other side if you like. And roll up to seated. We're going to come down now to a plank position. Squeezing your tummy and use your glutes here. Again, I said that they are some of the most powerful muscles in the human body. So use them here, squeezing all of those muscles in the lower legs, in the upper legs, your tummy, dropping one knee down, keeping those hips square to your mat. Keep going, other leg. Both knees, tap and lift, but don't relax the tummy. The tummy stays engaged. Almost like the floor is hot, lifting those knees off the mat, stretching the legs. Very good. Shell stretch. Push up. Shell stretch. Push up. Good. If you can do this in a plank position with correct form, by all means, go for it. So we're flowing here from a push-up and then pushing back to a shell stretch. Squeezing your tummies. You're almost there. I hate push-ups too, but I force myself to do them. You can do them together. Last one. Good. Side plank. Whoa, you thought that was almost over, hey? Nope, we're meeting here in a side plank. If this isn't good for you, you can actually come to your knee and lower and lift here. We're working those oblique muscles either way. I'm going to choose to stack my feet, lift and lower my leg, and then lower the body down. This is a nice little variation, getting your waist, your obliques, and your glute medius, the side stability muscles of your glutes. Good. Keeping that top leg nice and parallel. Other side. Same thing goes for this way. That top leg, it's very tempting to turn it out. Try to keep it nice and turned in, meaning 2 hips and 2 knees facing front. This really is the home stretch, guys. This is our last series. Thank you so much for joining. And I hope you can come to a Zoom class with me and make it to a live one. Or if you can't, I hope to be posting more of these very soon. Woo. Roll onto your back. We'll stretch it out. Cradle your knees. Relax your neck. And we'll go into a little hip stretch here. Arms come up. Grab the other leg for a hip stretch. And coming up, we're going to find a lovely deep psoas stretch here, squaring your hips off to one place. And I always like to flow. Maybe it's the ballet in me. It's a stability challenge as well as a lovely stretch, so enjoy it. And then sit yourself into a hamstring stretch. Try to reach those sit bones back. If you're okay to, then bring those elbows down. And swivel around to the other hip stretch. Reaching that sit bone underneath you. And flow if you like. Opening up the chest. And hamstring stretch is next. Plant the hand. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining, and I will see you in the next one.